Welcome back to MetaLube. Today we have two 20-inch toolboxes, and it's always with these GEARWRENCH purchases that I need your help. These boxes are virtually identical, but we'll go through each individual one to show you what the differences are. I picked up the GEARWRENCH box when it was on sale during the holidays for $45, even though usually it's around $80 to $90. And then the Husky box retails at Home Depot for $45, and I picked it up for 20 bucks. Okay, so first up is GEARWRENCH's 20-inch toolbox, product number 83151. The GEARWRENCH toolbox comes with a key. The key works really smoothly. You can see it latches up here. These drawers actually don't open and close unless the top lid is open. If I put the lid down right now, then the drawers actually are stuck. Both of the toolboxes do the same thing. The key is definitely a nice touch. You'll see why when we go to the Husky box. The height of the top section is 4 inches. If we measure just for fun, it's about 2 inches tall. Put the tape measure on the inside. It's about 17 3/4 and 7 3/4 deep. It fits all your GEARWRENCH things. No problem fitting those inside of here. Or if you have a bunch of ratchets, they fit pretty nicely in here too. What's missing, and it's true for both toolboxes, is liners for the drawers in the top section. So your tools and everything are just clanging around. The drawers slide very nicely. The bearings are incredibly smooth. The way they're fitted in here, it makes the drawers feel heavier and higher quality than I think they actually are. The GEARWRENCH drawers just feel like they're a little bit thicker, though they probably aren't that much thicker. Just based on weight, they're both about 17.8 pounds. How could it possibly be that much thicker than what Husky's offering? But for some reason, the drawers just feel nicer. The lid feels nicer. When you close it, it just has a little bit of quality to it. You'll see with the Husky, I'm not quite sure it's there. If you close the lid and push the drawers back, they don't go all the way in, so then you can kind of leave them open. It's really good if you're just setting this up as, 3 extra drawers in your garage. And then if you lift the lid up, you can lock the drawers in place, close the lid, latch it. Okay, I think that's it for GEARWRENCH. We'll move on to the Husky. And here we go. We have Husky's 3-drawer 20-inch toolbox, SKU number 269900. So just looking at it, we see some differences. The first being that it doesn't come with a lock, just a latch, which, pros and cons. If you wanted to use a combination lock instead of a key lock, this might be a better alternative for you. I've already opened this box, and I'll show you the one thing that bothers me just a little bit. So if we come here and we unlatch it, in order to actually open the lid, I have to use one hand and lift this up. And it's not that bad, but it is one extra step. The biggest problem is that this doesn't really stay up when you unlock it. So if you did have a padlock or something, and you wanted to try to leave this up, you couldn't, so you always have to either unlatch these first and then unlock it, and then pull this and lift it up. It's just a little bit of a quirk that I think would drive me nuts over time. So one of the differences from GEARWRENCH that I think is pretty cool is the fact that the Husky box comes with this parts tray. The parts tray actually expands the storage capacity up here, so it's still 4 inches in height, and if you were just wanting to use the top of the toolbox to store deep sockets, then maybe this parts tray would not be the best, where the GEARWRENCH box could let you do deep sockets all the way through. But I like the idea of potentially having commonly used tools that you can just kind of store up here. You can have some ratchets, some common sockets, some screwdrivers, some pliers, and they can all just be in this top part, so you don't have to go fishing through the drawers to just get the things that you're using most frequently. Just like the GEARWRENCH box, the Husky drawers fit little tool kits pretty well too. It also fits ratchets without a problem. And again, no liner. Seems like a little easy touch that they could have included, but I guess for $20, what can you do? And for the Husky drawers, they just, the way the bearings are set up or something, it just makes the drawer feel a lot lighter than the gear wrench drawer. And it's not a friction thing, it's just the weightiness of it is not there. These drawers feel flimsier. Before we get too judgy on that, let's measure it. Just like the gear wrench box, we have about 2 inches of height. For the width, we're about the same. It's 17 3/4. But here's the interesting part. The depth of these drawers is actually slightly under 7.5. There's a little less storage space in these drawers than the gear wrench version. Same thing as the gear wrench. The drawers can only be opened when the top lid is open. If I close the lid now, then these drawers can close back in, and they do open and close. When the lid is open, you can pop these in, and they actually take a little bit more effort than the gear wrench versions to get them to go back in. You see what I mean? It just feels like the metal is a different quality. These boxes actually weigh the same. Okay, I think that's it for the Husky box. So that's it. That's the quick unboxing / overview of these two toolboxes that are virtually identical. I think in theory, in practice, you can't go wrong with either of these. I don't know which one I would choose. I think the gear wrench box feels a little bit higher quality. The drawers just feel that much better, but the Husky box has that parts tray up top that I think is very, very useful. I guess I don't know if that's a good enough of a trade-off for the fact that the drawers just aren't as deep as the gear wrench one. And it really depends on how you want to use the top section of your toolbox. The Husky boxes are still on sale at Home Depot for $20 last time I checked. The inventory has been going down. It really depends on your own Home Depot and if there's any inventory left. But if you can pick up one of these Husky boxes for $20, it's definitely worth $20, no questions asked. If you can find this gear wrench box like I did for less than 80, 60 or 45 or 50, I think it's a really good pickup. What I can't recommend is the red Craftsman box. That's also on sale at Lowe's right now, and I'm gonna guess that it's going on clearance now that the holidays are over. That box is worse than these two boxes in my opinion. It's definitely not the same quality Craftsman that you grew up with. Leave a comment below if you feel like you've chosen a winner. I'd love some help deciding which one to keep. Or if you have a third or fourth alternative, I'd love to hear what you end up choosing if you shopped in this category of toolboxes before. If you made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing. You can click the little icon in the bottom right corner. I'd really appreciate your consideration. If you like gear wrench stuff, a video will pop up here where I basically do an unboxing of all of my gear wrench tool haul from 2022. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Alan, and this is Metal Loop. I'll see you next time.